Hey, how's it going? This is my commentary track for the Old Spice Swagger contest winning video that Tim and I made. There's Tim breaking it on down. Um, Basically, what had happened is sometime in the late aughts, I don't remember what year specifically, but I had just started making videos and posting them to the internet. I was on MySpace still, and I saw an ad for the Old Spice Swagger video. Well, it was basically a contest for advertising of all sorts. And actually, as you can see, this story is going to take longer than 43 seconds to tell. So let's go ahead and freeze it right here. And I'll continue to tell my little story, and then we'll start it back up here in a second. Um, so what happened was there was a contest floating around on the internets, the various internetings and interwebbings and what have you. And I saw that Old Spice was trying to get people. It looked to me like they were basically crowdsourcing advertising ideas. As I said, this was the late aughts. So it was before, like as a kid, Old Spice was your dad's deodorant. They were primarily known for aftershave more than anything, more than even deodorant. They moved into deodorant later after no one was buying aftershave anymore because it burns your face so bad. Um, so Old Spice was trying to figure out how to approach like a newer, younger, hipper, cooler audience because, like I said, they were your dad's, aftershave. Um, so the video, they wanted a whole bunch of different categories. They wanted people to submit a photo advertisement. They wanted people to submit an original song. They wanted people to submit an original commercial. They wanted people to I don't even remember what they were, but there was probably like 15 categories or so. So I remember looking through them and I was thinking like, I'll maybe do a commercial. And I was like, well, I don't know. I don't really know what I would do that would be different than other people. And I went through and I was looking at the original music, and it just seemed to be a really weak field. Like the people in there were all not as talented as Cousin Tim. It's easy for me to say they're not talented. I suck. I can't do music at all. But Midwest Explorer, our whole life, he was, the dude who could like out freestyle battle rap anybody at a party. And, people would bring him in to do little guest song, shots on a song. Like sometimes, how you hear on a rap song, somebody will bring in their local homie to do like just a quick verse and to give them a little exposure. Tim was always like that type of dude. Like he had that skill level, but for various reasons, he just didn't really catch on. So he moved on to being a blue collar working man and raising two beautiful daughters instead. But he always has that rap skill under his belt, right? So all the people I saw doing the music section were just terrible. So I was like, well, I don't know if I'm talented enough to win the commercial section, but I think I might be, I could ride Tim's coattails to win this music section. So I called him up and I explained to him, this contest ends in like 4 or 5 days or whatever. Why don't you come over, write out a rap? I'll shoot the video. I'll upload it. I'll do all the directing, producing, editing, writing, etc. You just be the on-screen talent, and basically you do all the heavy lifting. So we kind of teamed up on this, and he took I don't know if he bought it or if I bought it, but one of us had the current Old Spice Swagger deodorant. And he read the back, and on the back there's all this like propaganda marketing stuff about like Old Spice will put you in alpha male mode and all these things. So Tim went through and figured out all the key marketing phrases on the back of the little paragraph on the deodorant, and then turned that into lyrics in his rap. So those bars aren't just like rando stuff. That's actually him, like he converted their marketing into a rap. It's brilliant. Like to this day, I mean, I was there when he wrote it. I was there when he shot it. I had to do, editing for it. And then I had to upload it and watch it. Plus I had to watch it all the times I've reposted it various places to the internet. So I've seen this, hundreds of times, and every time his performance is just on point. He does it, like the video says, one take, no cuts, like just There was a Jay-Z song at the time. I think it was a Missy Elliott song where Jay-Z did a guest verse, and he was like, I do this in one take. And that's what I wanted to show off. Like, Tim did this in one take, y'all. So even though it's not technically a freestyle, he wrote it. It's about as dope gets. So the idea, he committed it to memory. He wrote it, crafted it, committed it to memory, and performed it in with like an hour and a half was just, dope and amazing to this day. The red shirts, that's me. The frame around the outside, that's me. By the way, that frame that later on showed up in Old Spice's advertising. It wasn't in their advertising before I made this video. Also, Old Spice had gotten away from the whole, sorry, I think I did that bad. Whatever, the whistle. So they had gotten away from that because that was associated with your old man's kind of like aftershave and the cream colored bottle thing that they weren't trying to be anymore. They wanted to move into like a hipper, cooler demographic. So I knew that was their thing, and I stuck that on at the end. So actually my whistle in the video, Tim nails his in one take, and my whistle, I blew it just like I blew it one of those attempts I took there. And then one of the many attempts that we shot this in, or one of my part of the many attempts I shot in, I cut in a different whistle over the top of it. So that's a filmmaker's secret for you there. Anyway, so yeah, basically Old Spice owes like their whole new marketing campaign for the last 15 years to Tim and myself, because he makes it hip and cool, which is what they do when they bring in, what's his name, Isaiah Mustafa or whatever, and then they later on bring in Dion Cole or whatever, and then they had Terry Crews was in there for a while, and you know what I mean? Like they wanted to go like a urban thing, and everybody else pushing in this advertisement was doing, lots of like acoustic guitars, lots of like dudes on ukuleles and stuff, lots of hipsters. So I understood that the marketing was, white people can rap too, so throw somebody dropping cold bars on there. The one take no cut thing, obviously, that worked out perfectly, and then just the rest of it sort of fell into place. Needless to say, as you can maybe see, I probably stuck a graphic up in here to kill some time, but it won first place in its division. We ended up winning $1,000 out of it. Tim and I split that. It was cool because it was one of the first times I ever got paid to be a filmmaker. Before I did any weddings or video digitizations or helped anybody with their little projects or whatever. One of the first times I actually got cash for being a filmmaker was from this contest. So this video is always sort of special to me. And, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and watch it again together, and I won't talk. So hit it, Jimmy.
Old Spice swagger makes me sharper than a dagger. 24-hour odor protection for this hard-working rapper. So all you other deodorants can move over it. Goes on clean, it's the official Cynic confidence. So pop the top on your red zone. It's common sense, apply to your underarms only, or you'll have problems, kid. It'll keep you fresh like the air on a sailboat. Go on and get your roll on like a railroad. Put you in alpha male mode. Hit the streets, experience is everything. Protection is guaranteed. No sweat's the technique.
All right, well, there you have it. That's all you got to do to make $1,000 these days, kids. God bless you. All right, thanks so much for watching. You have a good day. I appreciate any time you listen to these. You're the best. Bye.